Hello, welcome to Yoga. I'm bringing you messages from Spirit for your highest and best self. Know that if you were brought to this message, it is for you, although it may not be all about you. This is a collective reading. Use your best judgment and discernment as with anything in life. Today's message is what's coming next for all 12 zodiac signs. I recommend listening for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus sign. It's a timeless message, so it was meant to find you right now. Okay, Aries, let's see what's up for you. So, where you are now, we have the Magician. You are trying to manifest something. You're gathering your resources. You're getting prepared to take the next step, whatever that is. You're ready for it. So the Magician is Mercury. We have Mercury in Leo at the time I'm recording this. That is forming a trine to Aries placements. So that might be supportive to you right now as you revisit some things from the past. You might have some resources come back up that you can utilize at this time. You might recover something, an idea, even a connection that comes through and says, hey, I have exactly what you're looking for. But I do see that you are in this very generative spirit, trying to make something happen, trying to make some magic, Aries. Now, what's coming in is this Queen of Swords. This might be a Libra person who is coming with the resources. This could be in the form of advice. Somebody who has some words of wisdom for you. Somebody who has something that grounds you. Aries is fire. Fire tends to kind of take off. Aries is that initiator. So I feel like you really want to initiate something that means something to you. And this Libra, which is a countering energy. It's the opposite of Aries, but it prompts you to initiate some more thought around this. It gives you some information and maybe a partnership. You guys could definitely complement each other if you learn how to work together well. You have fire and you have air, so the air is feeding the fire. I really do feel like this Queen of Swords is going to provide the resources that you need in order to get whatever this is off the ground. So let's see what advice you have. So the Four of Pentacles, I do feel like this is about grounding yourself and conserving resources. You're trying to gather them, but be conservative in terms of using them. So just do your assessment. You know, you're starting out, you're laying the foundation, so you want to be sure that you're not wasting anything. And I do feel like this Queen of Swords is going to help you ensure that you stick to some kind of a budget, or you make reasonable choices. And this could be even a contract, like an attorney that you're meeting with who can guide you through a process. If you need to create a project, this resource is going to help you with that. And I just got your money oracle card and it says writer. So yes, I feel like somebody is helping you to formalize some idea that you have and give some structure to it. Words are magic. Use them to manifest more abundance. So you might be doing some manifestation magic, some scripting, blogger, content writer, book writer, or any creative writing career. Your words have power to influence and share your gift with the world. Aries, you might be writing your first book, and I feel like this could be an autobiography, telling your story in whatever form, but this is excellent for you. If you are looking for a book deal, then this is great. If you are looking for some publication to share your work, share your voice, this is great. for you. Let me just close you out with one more oracle message. Hidden secrets. Careful of superficial appearances or making decisions without all facts. Act with discernment. Unseen, sly approach. Careful. Yeah, so I again feel like the Queen of Swords person is going to help you to cover all of your bases. So don't leap into anything. Wait for this helpful, supportive energy to come through. Trust your intuition, even with that, and just make sure that you are proceeding with caution and not laying everything out there on the table. And I certainly feel like you need to seek legal counsel with whatever this is, Aries, but it looks exciting. So I wish you all the best with it. Okay, Taurus, let's see what is coming next for you. We're going to take a look at where you're at right now. Where is Taurus right now? All right, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So you are really thinking about legacy, your financial stability, and long-term investments. This could be family, generations to come. You're thinking about how you can pass something down. You might be thinking about an inheritance that's coming to you. Something that is tied to long-term stability, especially around the finances and building. So what's coming in, we have another 10 of Swords. So the 10 of Swords is about hitting rock bottom and moving up from there, okay? And it is a release. It is a release of some sort of pain, something that you've carried around for a long time. This can have this energy of being stabbed in the back or something, and this might be something that you're thinking about if you got gypped out of some kind of inheritance or something. But it really is it's like ripping off a band-aid. You know, something comes to light, but it sets you free in some sense. Let's see what your advice is around this. The King of Swords, yeah. So if something that you've been working on for some time ends up being something that doesn't have the long-term viability that you hoped that it did, then at least you're getting that out of the way. You're making a smart decision here with the King of Swords. It's about facing the truth. And the Knight of Pentacles is saying, okay, you know I have to show up and do the work and not take any shortcuts. And that's what you are being advised to do. Do the smart thing. And especially if this was just an investment that you made, it might have been a mistake. You'll see. But you can still pick up the pieces. You can still work toward what you want instead of having, to take risks that don't really bring you anything. I mean, yes, if you did lose something, I am sorry about that. But ultimately, I see you cutting your losses, and it's all for the best. Only up from here. So let's get you a money card. Yes, we have work smart. This is exactly the King of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. Are you making it harder than it has to be? Sometimes the solutions are simple. Perhaps it's time to clean house personally and professionally, to start with a clean palette. That's exactly what's going on. Stick to basic needs when it comes to spending and put some money aside. Okay. I wonder if this is some sort of a work situation that's coming to a close. You could have given 10 years to an organization that's, now restructuring or going under. But whatever it is making way for something better, superior. Become a leader in the situation. Speak and act with authority. Set your boundaries and know your limits. Boss, leadership, authority. And that is the King of Swords. The King of Swords is a thought leader, is somebody that does speak the truth, and they act in alignment with their principles. And definitely with the Saturn energy that the King of Swords exudes, setting boundaries and knowing limitations, as it comes with ease. So you might be taking another leadership opportunity that allows you to work steadily towards this Ten of Pentacles. If you need to rebuild it, then you'll be able to do that. So Taurus, I hope that this has been helpful, and I wish you the best. Okay, Gemini, let's see what you got going on. What is next for Gemini? Let's first check in and see where you're at right now. Oh, Gemini is very chatty. So we got 4 cards that have come out here. Let's see. We have the Ace of Swords, Queen of Cups, 10 of Wands, and 4 of Pentacles. I feel like you're carrying around some emotional baggage, or what feels like emotional burdens, and they're pretty heavy. It's like you're blocked off, you're closed off, because you can't even take in anymore. It's kind of like you're hoarding some sort of emotions. But with this Ace of Swords, there's a breakthrough that's coming. It might be time for you to release them. Like you might actually feel about ready to release some emotional baggage, something that you've been holding for some time and you haven't actually spoken out about. It's like an emotional weight on your shoulders that you've been holding in. You haven't vocalized what it is that you're feeling. So let's see what's coming in. The Sun, yes, this light, carefree, playful energy. Now that you've had this breakthrough, it's like you're able to move again. You're able to move freely. You're liberated from these burdens, and your emotions, they feel like a lot lighter. You have some clarity on the situation that has set you free. It's let you release this burden. So let's see what the advice is. Temperance, yeah. Temperance is Sagittarius energy. This is about moderation and avoiding any extremes. Just allow yourself this time to heal, to be free, to take it easy. Take it easy. Whatever has happened, just take the time to let it dissipate, Enjoy this lighter, less burdensome space that you're in right now. So I'm going to get a money card for you. Business. Do not be intimidated to enter the world of business. You got this. Consider executive positions, becoming a CEO, or anything in the corporate world. Elevate your awareness and think bigger if you want different results. Okay. And then we'll close you out with an oracle card. Prelude. You may feel not much is happening. However, the path you're on now is leading you to something great. Groundwork, first step, intro. Well, now that you have this extra energy freed up, it looks like you're going to put it to good use, Gemini. So I'm happy to hear that, and I wish you the best. Okay, Cancer, let's see what's next for you. We're starting out by seeing where you're at right now. We have the Ace of Wands. So something's got your eye, something's got your attention. You want to put some energy towards something. Oh, we have Ace of Pentacles on the bottom and the Magician. So you might have some Aries placements because Aries was showing up with a similar energy. But anyway, something has you wanting to take inspired action. Something's piqued your interest. Something's looking pretty tempting to you. And it could be also looking like a lucrative financial opportunity. It makes you want to plant a seed. You're trying to manifest something in your life. Let's see what's coming in. Wow. Okay. There's a lot of cards here. So we have the Four of Wands and the Two of Cups. So you might have just proposed to someone, or you want to propose to someone. You could be manifesting a marriage partner. A reciprocal relationship that's very balanced, equal give and take. And I feel like you really want to protect this. This is something that you're willing to put work into. This is something you really truly do want to see manifest into reality. And you want to protect it once it does. Very interesting. Let me look at the advice. You might be saving up for a house. If you're already in a relationship with someone, you might be wanting to move in with them. But you guys are kind of pooling your resources together, it seems. You might be looking for some land. You might be saving up for that. Now, the advice is the Five of Pentacles. So look into some resources. I think there's some resources out there that you don't know about yet. And you need to do some resources. I mean, you need to do some research to find that. And then also maybe there's something about looking in different areas than the one that you are in. Don't just confine yourself to one city or something. You might have to move outside of that area that you're focused on. So let me get a money card for you. Gaia. Trust that the universe has a better plan than you do. Protecting the planet or working with nature in some way. Spend time with nature to be healed, soothed, and regroup. Okay. And let's get an oracle card. Ooh, these cards are coming out fast for you. Thwarted plans. Sharpen your will and persevere. It will not cause any long-term negative consequences. Disruption, delays, interference. Yes, with that Five of Pentacles, I do feel like you might lose something. Like if you had your eyes on some house or some property and it was given to someone else or was purchased by someone else, that might put you in this space of like, you know, feeling kind of down, feeling like you lost out on something you really wanted. But that's why you kind of need to expand your horizons, because there's something better for you. Don't let this be any type of deterrence, okay? You're going to get more than what you're looking for. You're going to get something better. I do believe that. So, Cancer, I hope this has been helpful. Take care. Leo, let's see what's coming next for you. Ooh, all right. So I'm checking where you're at right now, and I got the Two of Cups. I see the Ace of Wands on the bottom, so this might be a new connection that you have recently entered into. This could be a very close friendship or an emotional bond that's non-romantic, but it could also be a romantic connection. So this looks like you really care for someone, and they care for you in equal measure. This could also be some sort of opportunity or project that you feel really emotionally connected with as well. But that looks nice. That looks quite pleasant for you. It's bringing some good feelings in and some comfort, some ease, some harmony there. So what's coming is this Seven of Pentacles. This is maybe a moment of pause to assess where you are so far with this. If this is something that you've initiated, then naturally, you know, after the initial rush of it, after that initial attraction and that passion, you get to a place where you're like, what really is this? What even is this? And that might take the form of a conversation. And it can be a serious conversation that's coming your way where you both sit down, if this is another person, and you say, well, how do you feel? You know, what are you ready to take the next step, whatever that next step is? And you guys work that out. You might feel like, you know, you need to slow things down a bit if things are moving too fast, moving too quickly. And you need to kind of ground yourself and get your wits about you. But I feel like it's a temperature check that's coming. And you guys are going to talk. So the advice is the Tower. And the Knight of Wands is here on the bottom. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. There's a lot of fire around this. What is this? I feel with this Tower, you have to let go of whatever ideas that you have about relationships, maybe what they're supposed to look like, the speed at which they're supposed to move, the ideas that they need to be, or the beliefs that they need to be founded on. Something about this is kind of blowing your mind, and I feel like Spirit wants you to allow your mind to be blown. If it's this feeling of, things happening so quickly and wanting to pump the brakes, but also it feels right, it feels lovely, it feels magical. And I see the Six of Wands too. This is very Leo. You're putting your all into this. Then there's this Five of Pentacles. So it does feel like you have to sacrifice something. You have to sacrifice something for this. And it might be a part of your ego needs to die because you have to compromise in order to join forces with someone. Let me get one more card. Well, the King of Wands, that's Leo, that's you. And also the Six of Cups and the Ten of Swords. So there was some sort of betrayal in the past that you are holding on to. I feel, you're not quite ready to let go of some sort of past disappointments. So now that I'm seeing the Three of Cups, I feel like, at this point, Spirit is like, just do what makes you happy. Just do what feels good. Just ride the wave and you don't have to rush. You don't have to rush, but you also don't need to self-sabotage. Because if it makes you feel alive. That's what I see here. Whatever this is, it makes you feel alive. So it doesn't look bad. It just looks like it's something that you're not quite ready for. We weren't quite prepared for. And you maybe just say, let's just take it day by day. Let's have fun with this and build slowly. So let's get you a money card. Okay, two are here. Student. Work with a mentor to learn new skills or teach you how to implement your plans. You could be in school to pursue higher education or work for a school district. Teach yourself to succeed with money or get a financial advisor to teach you. And easy does it. Slow and steady wins the race. This is not a good time to rush. Pay attention to every detail. Careful not to get involved with any get-rich-quick schemes. Okay, so there you go. Even in matters of money, as well as matters of the heart. Slow and steady. Your oracle card is resurrection. Shake off the past and rise again. Reinvent yourself and you'll rise up from the ashes even more powerful. Recovery, comeback, return. All right, Leo. Very interesting. I hope that was helpful for you, okay? Good luck with everything. Hello, Virgo. Let's see what is next for you, okay? We're starting out by looking at where you are right now. And a bunch of cards have flipped. I see you're worried about something. You might be experiencing a little bit of anxiety around some sort of financial opportunity. You might be in a state of transition right now and you are waiting to hear back. This might be from one job in particular that you're really interested in, or some project that you want to take off, or you could just be putting a lot of feelers out there and just waiting to see if anybody bites. But I do see you're in this period where you're kind of, dangling in suspense and trying to better understand this transition and what it is you can be doing while you wait for something to come in. Is this feeling of being in limbo and really having to keep yourself grounded through that and not give in to any self-defeating thoughts or ideas. It does take a lot of mental strength to keep yourself together when you are stuck in between situations. And I know with Virgo, you really like to give of yourselves and be of service and be doing something, be active. And so that I can see how this is a challenge to you, but let's see what's coming in. Ooh, 2 of Wands and 10 of Cups. This might be an opportunity to move somewhere abroad, or maybe just to a different location that feels more like home to you, that feels, I don't know, I feel like you have some emotional connections to build there, to pour into, that will pour back into you. This could also be you making a plan for a family. So you could also, be waiting for a pregnancy, for example, if you're wanting to create that family. But I see you strategizing in this planning phase and maybe coming together, with someone, with your partner, and really talking about your vision for your future, your vision for creating this family, and your plans. What are you going to do? What's the advice? I'm hearing it takes a village. And then, so with the 3 of Cups and the Page of Swords, definitely tap into your network. If this has to do with work, tell them that you're looking for something. Tell them that you're looking, because there's some information that you really need that somebody that you're connected to has. This could be a friend, could be a family member, someone in your network, maybe some old co-workers who you have good relationships with. You might even be planning on going to a networking event. If you do catch wind of something like that, it's a good idea to sign up for that, because you really need to pick people's brains and I feel like some of you are looking for a surrogate. You know, you might have had a friend that's gone through a similar situation, so you should open up to them about what it is that you are trying to accomplish, and they can give you some advice. All right, let me give you a money card. Or also you could research support groups for this type of thing, whatever it is you're looking to do. All right, we have two cards. All right. Precarious. There have been a lot of ups and downs with your finances. Yeah, we saw that. Money coming in fast and going out just as quickly. Fast changes regarding money or unexpected turn of finances. Some of you, I feel like you have some car trouble that you had to put some money towards, or you might be trying to get your car fixed. Then we have perfection. Now, if this ain't a Virgo card, and you do have Mars transiting your sign, which I feel like is activating, it is activating Virgo tendencies. So just be more mindful, you know, focus more on self-care and ways to keep yourself grounded. You know how to do that. Give up your perfectionism. It's causing delays in your finances. You will never get ahead if you don't overcome the fear of failure. You are enough and have what it takes to improve your finances. Once again, you are enough and you have what it takes to improve your finances. So the word wisdom is here over perfection. So wisdom over perfection. Tap into your network. All right, Virgo, I wish you the best of luck with this, okay? Take care. Scorpio, what is next for Scorpio? Let's see. First asking where you're at. We already have cards flying out. Oh, all right. We have the Seven of Swords and the Tower. So you're blowing up some sort of secrets. That is such a Scorpio thing. So the Tower is Mars, and Mars does rule Scorpio. That's the traditional ruler. And with this Seven of Swords, it's like somebody was up to something and you were probably investigating it, and you're blowing up secrets. You're blowing up a secret. This is the Eight of Swords. So, I'm sorry, the Eight of Swords is on the bottom. So this was something that you couldn't really see before, but I feel like it's just hit you. You've just gotten whatever information it is that you need. Now, it could also be that you've been trapped in some sort of situation. You couldn't see a way out, but now you have come up with something. You have used that brilliant, beautiful mind, and you were super crafty with this. You were super strategic, but you found a way to accomplish something, and you've had this epiphany now. And it was some thinking out of the box that got you to this point. But let's see what is coming next. What's coming? The Lovers. So this is some sort of fresh start. The Fool's on the bottom. The Lovers is Gemini, and the Fool is Uranus. Uranus is in Gemini, so check your chart. See what house the Gemini house is, and that should give you some more context on this, I feel. But something's coming into alignment. So if you were trapped, you found a way out of that, and now something that is really aligned is coming towards you. And it's giving you some sort of a fresh start, and it's something that's very pleasant. It might be a contract of some sort. I'm nosy, so let me get another card for this. You are making a choice to do something new, to take some sort of risk. This is something that you're keeping under wraps. You are so secretive. We have the Hermit, the Five of Cups, and the High Priestess. Secrets, secrets, secrets. A lot of intense Scorpio energy. You might be a Scorpio moon. But there's like some deep digging, some deep investigation happening on a spiritual level. You might be doing some soul searching and figuring out what exactly it is that you want, or this decision, whatever this is that you need to make. It's like how you're going to transform this pain into power, or you're doing that, and that's allowing you to trust your intuition in choosing something that's correct. This is quite deep. I feel like this is a spiritual alignment that's coming in for you, and I don't know, it's probably just looking different for you depending on who you are, but you'll know what it means. So what is the advice? The Wheel of Fortune, Jupiter. Okay, just go with the flow. Just rest, take it light, take it easy. If you found something out, some sort of secret, and you need to make some sort of decision around that, give yourself some time, because I feel like this is something quite heavy and very shocking. For some of you. But it doesn't have to be a negative surprise. I just feel like it's something that brings you deep within yourself. You really have to ask some deep questions. You have to do some soul searching around this to make the right choice. And it requires your faith and complete trust in the unseen. Scorpio, that is deep. Anyway, let me get a money card for you. Take action. Whatever your question, this is telling you to go for it. Okay. Do not procrastinate or wait to take the next step to get ahead. Just do it. Nothing will change if you don't take action. Don't let opportunity pass you by. So maybe the Wheel of Fortune is pointing to this as a lucky break. Let's get an oracle card. Middle of the road. Careful not to get trapped between two extremes. Find the middle ground. Extremes, compromise, neutral. Well, take it easy. Scorpio, I don't know what you have going on. It's super scorpionic and mysterious, but all that matters is that you know and you trust your intuition. All right. So best of luck. Take care. Okay, Libra, let's see what is next for you. So I'm starting with a temperature check. We already have our first card, 10 of Pentacles. This is where you're at right now. So I can see that you're kind of in a planning phase because we have 2 of Wands on the bottom, but you are making long-term plans. You're considering a strategy for moving forward in life, for building your legacy. You might have some activity in your 10th house in your natal chart at this time, but you are thinking about, generational wealth and creating a lasting memory here on earth. What is going to be that legacy that you leave behind? You might be contemplating some serious career moves. This could have to do with starting a family. You might be thinking about a plan for your parents if they're elderly at this time, or something to do with people that you have a strong bond, a strong connection with. You have material resources tied to, you have your reputation tied to, and yeah, you're sitting down and you're making plans. So let's see what's coming next for you. The 8 of Pentacles. So there's some hard work ahead, but it's the kind that you like to do. It's the kind that makes you feel productive, that feels like it's part of your service here on earth. I feel like you've taken this assessment, this time to plan, and you might be making some changes. You know, you might have had to say, look, I want to bring more pleasure into the work that I'm doing, or I want to show some skills that maybe I haven't leaned into at the time, or I want to actually upskill. Right now there's something that I really want to learn to do, and I feel like that's going to support me in my plans to, you know, in my 10-year plan, for example, in terms of what it is that I'm doing here on this earth, and how I'm making meaning from that, and how I'm being of service to other people who I really care for, and also doing something that's fulfilling for me myself. So that looks really good. Let's see what the advice is around this. Queen of Cups. Yeah, there is a quite a caring quality to this. I do feel like maybe this has something to do with a mother figure. Maybe your mom's giving you some advice, or maybe there's just this time when you're really showing your devotion, doing something either in memory, in honor of a maternal figure who might or might not still be with you, or it's bringing out this energy in yourself. You know, it's like, well, I'm interested in being the best parent that I can be for a child that I want to bring into the world, or I already have, and I'm showing up in that way every day and showing how much I care, and yeah, you might very well be stepping into that role. Six of Pentacles is on the bottom. There's a lot here that has to do with your resources and how you are spending them, but also how you're spending your time. So yeah, I feel like you might be supporting a child financially right now. You might have a child that's going off to college, and you know, you have prepared, or you're thinking about, you know, how you can support them. I also feel like some of you are enrolling in nursing school, or in some sort of kind of caring industry or caretaking industry, and you might also be bringing a parent into your home to take care of them. If this is you thinking about becoming a parent, I could see that you're like, you know, thinking about how much this is going to cost. It's a very practical matter in your mind, as well as wanting to be able to nurture. But yeah, nurturing can cost a pretty penny, and it requires that you give up some of, you know, your social life. I know Libra is quite social and likes to be able to show up for friends and colleagues and such. But yeah, I see you're probably making a budget and seeing, you know, how much is this going to cost me, and not in a selfish way, but just, you know, making room. How can I make room for this new life, or whatever it is that's coming in? So let me get a money card for you. All right, that was fast. Take action. Whatever your question, this is telling you to go for it. You might have some Scorpio placements, because this also came out for Scorpio. Do not procrastinate or wait to take that next step to get ahead. Just do it. Nothing will change if you don't take action. Don't let opportunity pass you by. And on the bottom, there is this message about angelic help. This is the time to trust in the universe and know that you will be provided for. So yes, whatever this is, don't let finances be a deterrent, okay? Go for what your heart is asking you to do. And then we have an oracle message, path to plenty. You will have no problems getting what you need in life. You will be given more than enough. Abundance, luxury, comfort. Oh, I love this for you, Libra, and I wish you the best of luck with whatever this is. Take care. Sagittarius, what is coming next for you? Let's see. All right, we're going to start by seeing where you're at right now. What's your current energy? What is Sagittarius's current energy? What's going on? Oh, Sag is quiet, huh? What you got going on, Sag? I am a Sag. Sun and Moon. Saturn and Uranus. All right, so the Three of Wands and the Chariot. I feel like you might be impatient around something. You might be impatient. You really want to step on the gas. You don't want to wait. The Ten of Pentacles is on the bottom. So, this could have to do with really wanting to build. If you have a project, if you have a vision for the future, you really want to get moving on it. But with this Three of Wands, there's some sort of stall. There's some sort of plans that got canceled. If you wanted to maybe move somewhere, settle down, and build a life there, that didn't work out for some reason, or your plans have just been put on pause. There might be some frustrations here, some restrictions, some delays. You might have even had to turn something down, but you feel like there's some delay, there's some stagnancy in your momentum, some sort of stall. What's coming in is this Two of Cups. And the High Priestess on the bottom, Eight of Swords. This is a connection coming that you are just not aware of. Someone new coming toward you who you share an emotional bond with, you share an emotional connection with, and their energy is very healing. Could be an Aquarius person, as I'm clarifying this with the star. But yeah, this person makes you feel really good about who you are. And they might also help you with some sort of whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. But they're helping you heal this pain, this sorrow, this hurt from the past, this disappointment that's kept you stuck. I see a Queen of Pentacles and a Queen of Swords, so this could be someone of the same gender. Could be a Leo, could be a Libra. I am looking through the deck here. So yeah, I feel like this is someone who has some sort of skills that you need, or some sort of idea that helps you with your financial situation or your health or something like that. There is a lot of healing energy around this person, and it is an emotional connection. It's a bond. It could be a friendship, you know. It does start though out of genuine care and concern and sincerity. The link is emotional. That's what's shared. Okay. What is the advice? The advice is death. Okay. You have to shed some part of yourself. You have to transform. You have to allow something to close out in order to fully heal, or, you know, heal enough that you can recognize what it is that's coming to you as being what you need. The star came out again. So we have Scorpio and we have Aquarius. And Cancer is strong here. And Libra. You're starting over. This is a fresh start. You can walk away from whatever this disappointment is, this frustration, realizing that if something wasn't working, it needed to be let go. So there's this clearing, this path, this opening, this release. And then you're coming into something that is very balanced. Very balanced. It's giving, it's nurturing. This person has a lot of patience with you. You have patience with each other. And yeah, there's Justice card on the bottom. Ace of Cups, Three of Pentacles. You guys, I feel, yeah, you have an emotional bond to each other, but also to what it is that's brought you together in terms of what you want to create. Maybe this is a business partner and you share a love for the same thing. And you both bring different skills to the table. You balance each other out very well. This could come with a contract too. Now, if this is romance, this could come with some sort of a marriage certificate. Something could be legally binding. You guys could start an LLC together or something like that. And yeah, I see a Four of Wands here too. You're really celebrating coming together and creating something. This is a spiritual agreement as well. So, all right, let's get money card for you, Sag. Settling. Your soul is telling you you're on the wrong path. Allow yourself the time and space to evolve and find your true path. You're in a state of avoidance because the action needed is too hard. Yeah, I feel like that's what's going on with this Three of Wands. These plans didn't work out because it wasn't the right thing for you. You couldn't move forward because Spirit is like, And I also feel like you know that you might have done something to sabotage this yourself, or you for whatever reason it didn't work out. I feel like you are part of that reason, like something that you decided. You knew it wasn't right for you. That's the point. So you were settling, but now something that's actually harmonious and true for you, correct for you, is coming. And you're in this healing process. So just hang in there. Let me get an oracle card to close you out. Path to plenty. You will have no problems getting what you need in life. You will be given more than enough. Abundance, luxury, comfort. Well, that's inspiring, right? That's comforting. All right, Sag. I hope this helps. Take care. Capricorn, what is next for you? Let's see. Let's find out. First, I'm checking in, seeing where you're at right now. We have 4 cards that have already flipped. So we have the Sun, the Ten of Wands, the Page of Swords, and the 8 of Swords. You're trying to see your way out of something. I do feel like you have duty and responsibility that you're shouldering, but this is something that you're good at. It just feels like this question of, it's like, this is my nature. It's in my nature to be dutiful and to manage multiple responsibilities. But is this the only way? Is there a way that I can be happier? And kind of questioning the very essence of who you are, because, that is very essential to Capricorn, to feel useful or to feel like productive. But then you might have just kind of worked your way into this trap, or it's like mentally, there's a question of, is this the only way? You don't mind these responsibilities, but they are becoming, you're starting to feel trapped in your day-to-day routine. It's starting to feel a little bit lackluster. And I feel like, yeah, if you are taking care of family, for example, maybe you even have a young child, you're looking for ways that you can do everything. You're looking for ways that you can make it work. Let me look at what's coming. Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. Some self-care. Some self-care. A little bit of selfishness is good for you. You might be taking some sort of day off, or going to the spa, you know. You might be joining a gym. You might be doing something that gives you a bit of free time, because for whatever this is, it's a happy responsibility. I do feel like it might be a child, but it just feels like you don't have time. You feel trapped. I mean, that's what the experience is. You might choose to do something, and this could be work related too. It doesn't have to be a child, but this is the easiest example that I have. And there's a little baby here on the Sun card. So you bring life into the world, or you create something that you really truly love, but is very demanding. It demands a lot of you, and you lose that time for yourself. So everybody needs a break. Everybody needs a break, and it looks like you're getting one. You're getting something that's coming in that helps you to relax, to take care of yourself, to nurture yourself, to enjoy a little bit of luxury, you know, to pour back into yourself, to take care of your body, to take care of your health. Some of you might be getting a new job. What's the advice? Of course, there's like a million things. So Death card, I saw the Wheel of Fortune too. You might be getting a mommy makeover, or yeah, you might be changing. I'm just seeing like you changing something about your physical appearance, Capricorn, because there's all these pentacles here. But something's ending. You're making some sort of transition. And you're encouraged to do so. Follow your intuition on this, but whatever it is, it's about walking away from something that's disappointing, and it might be walking away from a lifestyle that's disappointing and bringing something in that's better for you, living more in your truth and not doing something that's unsustainable. So it's not about neglecting your responsibilities. I know Capricorn, you know, you're not trying to really escape any duties, but it's making room for something else as well. Making room for something that saves you time in your day. If this is like some sort of permanent transition, which it's looking like, you might be planning on getting, yeah, like I said, some sort of plastic surgery or some sort of change that's going to make you happier. It's something. It is something. You're making some kind of transition, and it's going to make you feel better about yourself. So, you know, think about it. Think about the costs. Weigh the pros and cons, and do what your intuition is telling you to. Whatever's going to make you happy. That is the advice. Let's get you a money card. Setbacks. Taking one step forward to make two steps back. Setbacks are telling you that you're not ready to enter the next phase. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. Okay, something might have come up that you didn't foresee. The office. Delegating more can help you increase your earnings. Secretary, staff, assistant, office manager, or any job working in an office. Think of the greater good than oneself to achieve a better outcome. Okay, so with that 10 of Wands, you know what? I feel like some of you are hiring help at home, but also this could have to do with work too. You're searching for someone to delegate something to. mechanic. Mend what needs mending. It might be broken, but all is not lost. Consider a career as a mechanic in automotive, aerospace, or repair technician. You can easily fix your finances, but a sacrifice may be needed. Okay, some of you, like someone in your household, might be returning to work to contribute to household finances. Okay, and unexpected. Prepare for unexpected financial loss. This financial crisis may be out of your control, but you can still control the outcome. Deal with things ahead and try to prepare for the unexpected before it happens. Okay. And an oracle card for you. Hurtful events. As you endure this period, learn not to dwell on the past so it won't anchor you down. Disappointment, heartbreak. Yeah, it could be something unexpected that came up around work. All right, Capricorn, you know what it is and you know what to do. So I do wish you the best with this situation. Okay, take care. All right, Aquarius, what's next for you, Aquarius? We're going to start by seeing where you're at right now. Do a temperature check, a vibe check. What's going on with Aquarius at the moment? Page of Wands. All right, so you might be in explorative energy. We have Two of Cups on the bottom, so you might be looking for a date. You might be playing the field a little bit, just doing some dating, some lightheartedness, having some fun. Looking for somebody who is a good match, you know, playing the field a little bit, and yeah, just kind of enjoying yourself. You might be taking some risk, putting yourself out there. All right, what's coming up is this Nine of Wands. I had to clarify this. So we have the Three of Cups too. Knight of Wands on the bottom. I feel like somebody is very persistent and determined to get close to you. This could be somebody that you know, you're talking to casually. You consider maybe even a friend, but they're really trying to move fast and lock you down. That could be a Scorpio person. But I don't know. You're not really matching that. You're over here with this Page of Wands, and they, well, this could be somebody coming back, a connection from the past, a reunion. This person is really trying to get to you. They're trying to get to you. You are in your own little world doing Aquarius things. And yeah, I feel like there's a conversation coming up with this person. Especially because at the time I'm recording this, we're in Mercury retrograde. There is just this determined energy, determined to reunite, rushing back. This person might be coming to like visit you at home. They want to reignite the spark. Let me see what the advice is for you. Because I feel like you're looking for somebody new. But the advice is the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Be receptive. Be receptive to hearing what this person has to say, and then also allow yourself to be vulnerable in how you communicate, and be soft and be gentle. The Ace of Pentacles is on the bottom. So this person might be offering something new. It might look different than the last time. Let me see something. Yeah, I feel like you haven't heard from this person in a little bit, but They are coming back. They have a lot of passion, a lot of desire for you. And they want to reignite the flame, reignite the spark, whatever. So be ready. Anyway, let's get a money card for you, Aqua. Underworld. Find unconventional ways to explore new sources of income. Sex, death, hidden knowledge, probing into the mysteries of life. As the world evolves, so can your means to earning money. And this is very Plutonian, and you do have Pluto in your sign. So, boom, you're probably already doing this because Aquarius is always way ahead of everyone. So let's get you an oracle card to close. Fire within. Find a way to reignite that energy in your life right now and immerse yourself in what you truly love. Passion, action, driving force. So if this is not about somebody who's coming back to you for romance, this is about you working hard to, and maybe with some other people, to make something happen around something unconventional. Some unconventional ideas you have, you could really be. But this is also, there's this energy of working hard and playing hard. So it could be work that actually feels enjoyable for you. And makes you feel fancy free and is inspiring. You're passionate about it. You're passionate about it. And something about your voice is nurturing. With this 8 of Wands and Queen of Cups. And it is to be led by your intuition and your emotions. So, all right, Aquarius, I hope that this is helpful to you. Take care. Okay, Pisces. What's up next for Pisces? Let's see where you are right now. Get a vibe check. All right, we got the Queen of Pentacles, the 6 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Cups. All right, you are looking for a relationship, or you're in one now that is quite reciprocal. There's an equal attraction here, equal affection, and this makes you feel like the best version of yourself. It makes you feel seen, heard, validated, appreciated, beautiful, sexy, and it goes both ways. It goes both ways. Both people are feeling really good in this, really emotionally connected and valued. Yeah, like valued for who they are, recognized. This looks really amazing. So what's coming next then? What's coming up for Pisces? 7 of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. I feel like you're really protecting this. You might have to defend this connection to other people. It might be that, you know, there's people chasing one or both of you or having things to say, especially if you are like a high profile couple or something like that. But you're really protecting the seed that's been planted. You're really protecting the sanctity of this connection and your lives, the lives that you're building together. It might have to do with some sort of finances too. I mean, you guys could be working together, or you might have if one person is the provider, because I do see the King of Pentacles here, there might be a prenup coming. That might be up for discussion. Otherwise, I feel like, you know, everything is going well. You guys are protecting yourselves, your lives, your love, your commitment. the advice. I feel like this is about changing I feel like something about the lifestyle. So we have the Knight of Wands, the Chariot, Death, and the Knight of Pentacles. So there's something that needs to be slowed down. And this could just be about the daily routine, where you're living at. You might be moving around a lot. Yeah, in order to maybe protect what you've created, like I was saying, it might mean, yeah, you need to slow down. You need to change your lifestyles. You need to be still. Something very practical is changing here. And I feel like that's the daily routine of both people. And I feel that's kind of location specific too. If you're like some nomadic couple or something, maybe you're settling down into one place. There's a different pace. There's a different pace coming in here. Maybe it's a shift from the chase to, okay, we want to be together. We have each other. We trust each other. Let's just agree that we are only one another's, and maybe it's an engagement or something, but it's something that you're doing that's very practical, that represents your union, and changes the pace, sets a new tone for the relationship. And that looks beautiful. So do what you gotta do. Let's get you a money card. Slow. Making slow progress, but you're getting there. Remember, slow and steady work leads to success that is sustainable. It's time to stop putting things off for later when you need to do it now. Yeah, I feel like what you need to do now is slow the hell down and make this official. Let's get an oracle card. Wide open. The path before you is clear. Your desires and intentions are supported by the universe. No blocks, open path, yes. So I hope this was helpful to you, Pisces. Take care.